Hello, I'm Sonali Powar, and in this lecture, we are going to see user-defined data types. In the previous video, we had seen about the primitive data types and also derived data types. In this lecture, we are going to talk about the user-defined data types. What is meant by user-defined data type? From the name itself, we can say that user-defined data type means user going to define their own data types. In that, first we will see enum data type. Enum data type is used to create enumerated data type. How it is created? This is the syntax to create the enum data type. Means enum is a keyword, and after that write down the identifier, and in this curly opening and closing bracket you are going to write the values which is separated by comma. For example, enum week, here enum is a keyword used and week is a identifier. This here you can give any name using the naming conventions of the identifier. There are some rules when you are giving name to the identifier. Using that rules you can give the name here, and I just put at the name week, and within this curly opening and closing bracket you can write the values. And what is meant by enum? Enum gives the integer value to these values. Means suppose it sets the some value to the Monday. Actually by default it sets the value from the 0. Means Monday assigns the value integer value 0, Tuesday assigns integer value 1, Wednesday assigns integer value 2. It means by default it starts the giving integer value from the 0 and incremented by 1 by default. Suppose you want to assign some in another value, then this is the example. Suppose enum is a keyword used to create this enumerated data type. Enum flag, this is the identifier, and within this curly and opening bracket I just writing the values which is separated by these commas. Here I am specifying that flag is equal to 10. Here I am actually specifying what is the value of flag, which integer value you have to assign for this first flag. What is the integer value you have to assign for this flag? 2, and this is the value for flag 3. But here you are not specifying anything, so by default it start from the 0 and by default it is incremented by 1. So Monday assigns the 0 value, Tuesday assigns 1, Wednesday assigns 2, like that it will be incremented by 1 and it will assign value up to the Sunday. See example of the enum. Now see, I just in this example I just declare one enumerated data type enum week, and these are the values under this you can say week, and in the main I just declare the variable of this week. I just declare one variable day of type week. Means enum keyword is used. After that, what is the identifier used here? So same identifier used to declare the variable of that type. So day is you can say day is a variable of type week. Now after that I assigns the day is equal to Wednesday here. I assigns the day is equal to Wednesday, and when you print this day using this percent d specifier is used to print the integer value, and when you print this day using this percent d specifier, then it will gives you the output 2, because Monday assigns the value 0, this value is 2, sorry, this value is 1, and Wednesday has value 2. So it will print the 2 value, and it will gives you output the 2. And also you can do this such a type of operations on this enum data type. Means suppose I said that day plus 1, so it will gives you the output 3, because what is the day right now? It's a Wednesday, and Wednesday has value 2, and when I said that 2 plus 1, it is a Thursday, and it will display the value 3 onto the screen. So output of this program is 2 and 3. So this is the way to use the enum data type. Now next user defined data type is type def. What is meant by type def? What is the use of type def? Using this type def, you can give the new name to the existing data type. So what is the syntax for it? Just write down the type def keyword, and after that write down the existing name of that or you can say old name of that data type, and after that write down the new name which you want to give. For example, type def, which is a keyword, and after that I return the unsigned int. It means this is the existing data type and I am giving the new name unint to this is the new name which is you can say given by the user. You can give any name here and this is the existing data type. Now after that you can use this int as a new data type which is a indirectly says that it is an unsigned integer. So suppose I said that uint a comma b, it means actually I am saying unsigned int a comma b. So instead of this unsigned int a b, I can declare the variable like int a b. So type df means it is a very simple. Using this type df, I can give new name to the existing data type. For example, suppose in this program I return the type df unsigned int uint. It means I am giving new name uint to this existing unsigned int. And after that, only after this just single statement, I can use this uint as a new data type instead of writing this unsigned int. So I just declare the two variable I and j of type uint. It means indirectly I am declaring two variables of type unsigned integer. And after that I just assign the values and I just print the values. Means afterwards I can use this variable normally. means जैसे हम normal unsigned integer variable use करते like that same way we can use this unint variables. Next data type is structure. It is also user defined data type. Using the structure, I can combine the variables of different data types under the single name. In the array also, I can combine or I can hold the number of elements under the single name. But in the array, all element must be of the same type. But it is a not in case of the structure. In the structure, I can declare or I can combine the different variables of different data type under the single name. So how can I declare the structure? So syntax to declare the structure is you require to use the struct keyword, and after that write down the tag. Means here I am giving the name to my structure, and within this curly opening and closing bracket I will write the members of the structure. For example, I want to store the information about the student. So student can have a roll number, it have a name, it have a percentage. Suppose I want to store this information, so how can I declare the structure for it? So same way struct keyword is used to declare the structure, and after that here you can give the name or tag. You can say here I am just giving the name to my structure, and under this curly opening and closing bracket I will write the members of my structure. So these are the members of the structure. So there are the three members of the structure. First one is I'm going to store the roll number of my student. Character is a data type of the name is name will contains the character. Now I just put it here 20 in the square bracket. What it means, name will contain at most or maximum 20 characters. It is able to store the name of maximum 20 characters. And after that I taken another variable to store the percentage. So percentage can be in the decimal, can be a decimal number. So I just declare the percentage as a float data type. So these are the members of my structure. So I can store the information of student, which is a roll number, name, percentage, under the single name student. So this is a possible using the structure. Now how the memory is allocated for the structure? First thing is, when you declare the when you write only this structure, that time memories are not allocated. But when you declare the variable of type structure, then only memory is allocated. Now we will see how memory is allocated. Suppose you just store the one record which contain roll number is equal to 11, name is a Hina, and percentage is 95.6. So these are the values. The how memory is allocated for the structure. See, roll number is of type integer. So 2 bytes is allocated for the roll number. Now name, which will contain the 20 character at most. So 20 bytes is used to store the name, and float requires the 4 bytes. So percentage for percentage 4 bytes are allocated. So when you say when you calculate the or when you want to calculate the how many bytes is required for this student structure, that will be sum of all these bytes. So I will do the 2 plus 20 plus 4, that is a 26 bytes is required to store this structure. Now next user defined data type is a union. In the union, all members shares the same memory location. So this is the difference between structure and union. It shares the same memory location. Now we will see how to declare the union. Using this keyword union, I can declare the union or union. After that, write down the tag so it specifies the name of your union. And within this curly opening and closing, I will write the members of union. For example, I just taken the same example which is I taken for the student union student, and within this curly opening and closing bracket I just written the members of my union. Now in this case it will not allocate the separate memory for the roll number, separate memory for the name, and separate memory for the percentage. It allocates the combined memory for this all data members, or you can say members of the union. So these three members shares the single memory. So here you can see the roll number, name, percentage shares the same memory. So it allocates the memory which require for the largest. You can say largest memory space required. It allocates that much memory. For example, here integer requires the 2 byte memory, float requires the 4 byte memory. Now here character, but how many characters are there? 20 characters. So here in this, for this data member, it requires the 20 bytes, so it allocates the 20 bytes, and this 20 bytes is shared by the roll number, name, and percentage. So it shared by all these three members, so only one member can be can store at a time. Miss अगर मैंने यहाँ पे name store किया, I cannot able to store the roll number and percentage. इसमें से कौन सी एक ही value आप स्टोर कर सकते हैं एट अ टाइम. सो अगर मैंने नेम स्टोर किया है तो आई एम नॉट एबल टू स्टोर रोल नंबर एंड परसेंटेज. Suppose I store the roll number, then I am not able to store the name and percentage. So this is the working of the union.